What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Digibyte, GGB to BTC. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content and want to see more. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So yes, we will be looking at the slight decline, the slight pullback within cryptocurrency, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Digibyte, and the rest of the market. We will also be going in depth into, as you guys saw in the title, but more so into the banking system. Basically referring to specifically Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is saying Bitcoin is too risky for clients, yet it's paying $575 million in a fine for scamming their customers and their clients. So it's a very interesting position or proposition that Wells Fargo is going through, and I would like to dive in a little bit further to discuss what exactly is going on there. Maybe it is time to get out of the banking system and maybe dive more into cryptocurrency and managing your own money. Otherwise, let's jump into today's video. So we're currently on the coin market cap. I did refresh it, so you can see three things that we always do in the beginning of the episodes for those new subs. Market cap, 130.8 bill. 24-hour volume, 15.8. Bitcoin dominance, 51.8%. So market cap 130 is about even with yesterday. It's slightly lower, by chance, slightly lower. 24-hour volume is 15.8 bill. So about even with yesterday, really not much of a difference. And then Bitcoin dominance is 51.8, also fairly similar. So really just seeing a small decline in the total exchanges and the total market cap. You could see it is shown beautifully on the top 10 cryptos. Litecoin is still holding on to its number 7 spot, just by, the skin on its teeth, not by much, but, hopefully we can get back above that $2 billion market cap. You guys can see Bitcoin is only down by 1.3%. Most of the coins are only down by, 2 to 3% max. Bitcoin down by 1.3 at 38.79. So unfortunately below that $4,000 mark. XRP at 36 cents, down 2%. Ethereum 139, down 1%. Bitcoin Cash down 2.99%. And we see Litecoin at $32, down 1.8%. But most of the market is unfortunately in red. I like to say maybe 2 to 3% downwards. There are some that are just hanging on there, only up by less than 1% for the most part, but actually IOST is up by 11, which is quite interesting. Pivx is up 25%. That's pretty cool too. So we do actually have some double-digit coins. Mobile Go, if you guys have any interest in those specific coins, do let me know in the comments if you guys are involved in them or are investing in them. I would appreciate the feedback. Let me know, and I will dive in a little deeper on the companies, whether it's worth investing, what is going to happen, more on the TA part of things. So Pivx, Mobile Go, IOST, Bitcoin Private, if Aurora, any of these coins interest you, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll do a video on that. But to dive into the topic for today's episode, we're going to be discussing Wells Fargo for the meantime. And it's very interesting because I've actually debated about getting a Wells Fargo credit card, and now I'm glad I didn't because they're kind of shady as a company. And we've seen in the past Wells Fargo, I've heard, the rumors that they're very, very, very sketchy, and they have pulled a lot of scams. They've had a lot of fraudulent things in the past. So it says Wells Fargo, for those who don't know, it's the third largest United States bank with $2 trillion in assets for those people that are not in the country. They will be paying $575 million settlement after admitting that they systematically scammed its own customers for 15 years. That's insane. Ironically, the fine comes just months after the banking giant dismissed Bitcoin as too risky as an investment, which is also interesting. So, it's kind of hard to really listen to them in any standpoint due to the fact that, they're scammers and they're bad. They're a bad company at all to make any type of statement towards cryptocurrency. Like, who really are they to be making such a negative comment towards cryptocurrency when they themselves aren't good people? It then says, pursuant to a nationwide federal investigation, Wells Fargo admitted that its employees opened more than 3.5 million sham unauthorized bank and credit card accounts in customers' names between 2002 and 2017. So if any of you guys actually have a Wells Fargo account, also let me know what your opinion is on this. Are you comfortable using them as a bank? Will you be after this? Let me know. The bank then illegally charged its clients for various financial services products they never signed up for, such as life insurance policies and collateral protection, insurance on millions of auto loans. Employees claimed that they engaged in this widespread fraud because they were afraid to lose their jobs if they didn't meet Wells Fargo's aggressive sales goals. So that is also similar. I do know of certain fitness clubs too that do things like that. Well, they'll make sham accounts that they signed up people. This way they have to meet the quota at the end of the year. But it then says that they've had over $2 billion in fines since 2016. They've distributed 50 U.S. states. Wells Fargo will also open a consumer restitution review program to ensure that anyone who's illegally charged for a service they were never authorized gets reimbursed. So that's nice to see that the government is actually reimbursing people for it. But to continue on where this ties into cryptocurrency, it says irony alert. Wells Fargo shades crypto. Ironically, in June 2018, Wells Fargo banned its customers from using their credit cards to buy crypto. As CCN reported, the ban was enacted just as the Bitcoin bear market was going into overdrive. In a statement, Wells Fargo said that multiple risks associated with the volatile investment for its decision, customers can no longer use their Wells Fargo credit cards to purchase cryptocurrency. A bank rep said in a statement, we're doing this in order to be consistent across Wells Fargo enterprise due to the multiple risks associated with a volatile investment. You know, I don't know. I guess that kind of makes sense. They don't want any risk associated with it. But like I said, again, who in the world are they to be making such a comment towards crypto when they themselves do negative things towards their, clients? Why should they care about their clients when they're scamming them, Many in the crypto community say this latest banking scandal is yet another example of spotlighting the epic failure of centralized financial institutions. Between this and the Federal Reserve's latest interest rate hike, its fourth in 2018, Bitcoin evangelist says it's time to dump corrupt legacy banking systems. We then get Wells Fargo was paying over $500 million to stop all 50 states from questioning their nefarious activities. Small penalty given the bank made $88 billion in revenue last year. Long Bitcoin, short the bankers. Wow, $88 billion in revenue. Can you imagine? Guess who doesn't have a branch? Employees that can cause massive damages because their greed and incompetence. Bitcoin, crypto, blockchain, BTC. So very, 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 very interesting comments. Wells Fargo, $575 million settlement and suits from 50 states regarding fake accounts. Clearly, the legacy adult industry, incredibly regulated by countless government bureaus and agencies, should be replaced by a crypto outside the system. Bitcoin Cash, BCH. So regardless of Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, they're anti-banks, Wells Fargo, and so on and so forth. So let me know, like I said, if you guys are anti-banks, if you're anti-Wells Fargo. I would like to, catch up on that and hear what you guys have to say. Moving on, though, Litecoin. We're looking at it on the daily. Doesn't look too bad. You can see yesterday we did retest the $33 resistance that we have up top here. We did a red candle, pulled back down, started the day off at $30 and 59 cents, 60 cents, and now we currently pulled back up to 31.37, trading at about 51, 52 on the relative strength indicator. Doesn't look too bad in my opinion. Zooming in a little bit closer now to the 4-hour, you can see what is kind of going on now in the shortest scale of things. You can see where the resistance is being brought up at, like I said, 33.33. You can see we've tested this numerous times with wicks. Actually back yesterday, did we actually test 33.37? We did pull back down. You can see we're bouncing fairly nice off the high-low MMA, that red band, and we're currently looking potentially to head back down lower. We're at a very good point in terms of the RSI. 51.90 also on the 4-hour gives us plenty of room to move higher up, and unfortunately lower down too. I don't think we're going to go much lower. We could potentially move down to 30 on the shorter terms of things, but I think in the long run, on the daily, we look fine. I did not mean to click the monthly. Let's click the weekly again. On the weekly, you can also see we are, I think, due to pull back up slightly farther. You can see where and why I've drawn the downtrend. You can see right here, we have a huge downtrend. You can see we've yet to be breaking the downtrend. You can kind of see that we did, slow down in the volume, and then we broke bearish from that and fell lower, still being forced with the, pressure that's pushing this coin down. But just recently did we finally break semi out of that. You can see being so low on the RSI in terms of the weekly, only at around 32 plenty of room to move up. I do think we're at least going to $62 very soon due to the fact that we're so oversold and below the high-low MMA. Gives us plenty of room to grow and at least move back to a more neutral level. Looking at Bitcoin on its 4-hour charts, trading at around 50 on its RSI. You can also see we're pretty much consolidating out once again with the high-low MMA on the 4-hour. Plenty of room to move up, like I said. It's just a matter of if we can break through or use this as a support or as a crutch and bounce up off of it. Again, resistance is at play. Currently, where it's at right now, you can see back December 22nd, about a week ago, where we were using this as a support. We're currently using it as a resistance right now. So there's a couple things. We're kind of getting sandwiched between resistance at $3,811 and using support at around $3,800. So we're kind of wedged in between that. So we'll see. I think just consolidation. We're looking again at this on the shorter term. I don't think we're going to be really moving much in the current moment. But I think in the long term, we will catch up with our high-low MMA, maybe meeting it at around $4,500. So I don't think Bitcoin's out of the hole just yet, but I do think in the longer terms of things, we will be heading up fairly soon. Looking at Ethereum, so interesting enough, yesterday we managed to get back inside the uptrend that we've drawn at 147. We actually topped off at in terms of Ethereum's price, if not maybe 146. But you can see today's candle, we did actually close that candle outside of the uptrend, which is interesting. Today's candle, we are trading back upwards, unfortunately using the uptrend now as a resistance. So we'll see if we can build up enough volume and pressure to get back up into that. Like I said before with Ethereum, close the candle above and then continue to potentially face resistance at around 160, that resistance level right here. There's also going to be downwards pressure with this high-low MMA coming with its daily. So that'll be interesting to see. This is going to be an interesting, part. I can see that happening towards the end of January of 2019. Lastly, to wrap things up, I know a lot of you guys were interested in Digibyte, and I've just been really focused on Stellar and Ripple or XRP. And I thought, why not shift our focus and check out Digibyte? We have not in a while. So this is Digibyte on its daily, and hopefully you guys can see semi what I'm referencing right now or what I'm seeing. I did draw some sort of symmetrical triangle here, and we can zoom out more so on the weekly. You can see beautiful points of resistance and support, at least for the uptrend. I'm trying to find a better downtrend, and I actually think I did just now. Let's see if we can shift this out a little bit more. So potentially something like this looks about right. So now you guys can see that we do have, let's see. I'm going to just draw an Elliott wave. Not sure if it's there just yet, but a potential Elliott wave could be here. So we'll start it up here. I believe so. Let's see, or maybe I'm going to do it a little differently. Let's start it at the top. So Elliott wave, I got to really pay a little closer attention, but 0, 1. This is tough because there's really no 2 here, but if we drew a 2 right around here, which I don't think is there yet, 4, 5, no, I'm not really seeing one right now, but it's very interesting. In terms of the waves that we're seeing, they're very similar. Could there be like this as an uptrend? There was something here, but I'm seeing these interesting patterns that are forming. We have this one, and then we have this one, and then we have again the same thing. So it's very interesting. And then we kind of flatlined out because we were using this green band as the uptrend that we were holding support. And then we broke bearish from that and are now using it as a resistance at the top. But you saw these big waves that slowly, became smaller. You can see we're now just getting sandwiched in between that. So we're looking at Digibyte on its weekly, trading fairly low on its RSI at 40. Still potential to move upwards. We're hitting our bottom support, which is good and bad. It's an indicator we could move higher up. But we're hitting the bottom support, holding it fairly well. But we're being sandwiched by this extremely strong weekly, high-low MMA. So we're trading out sideways in terms of that, and we're kind of getting sandwiched in here. So it's going to be a hit or miss, but I do think we're going to be continuing to kind of play out in here until towards, you know, to give an estimate, January, the end of, the end of February, if not the beginning of March, will we see some sort of bigger movement, either a big dip or a big, pull upwards, at least getting us back into this channel right here. But otherwise, that's going to sum up today's episode. Hopefully, if you guys are interested in more Digibyte, let me know as well in the comments. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. What the heck? Did not mean to do that. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Check out Crypto TV merch if you're interested in buying any sort of Litecoin or cryptocurrency apparel. Links are all in the description. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.